What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Your everyday math tutor here. And again, in this problem, we're going to be finding the part, percent, and the whole of these four problems that we have here written down. So let's take a look at the first one. What is 35% of 15? So essentially what this question is looking for, it's looking for a part of that 15. And the part of that 15 is 35%. So the first thing I want to actually mention is the equation of the percent equation. That is the part. Let me write it in red, actually. Erase this, move this down a little. Okay, so we're looking for the part is equal to the percent times the whole. And that is the percent equation. It's called the percent equation. It should be called the part equation. But anyways, what we have in this problem, the first one in particular, is we have a percent and we have a whole, because what we're looking for is just a part of that 15. So the 15 is the whole. We're going to write that down right here. 15 is the whole. And the percent, which is obviously given, is 35%. But we're not going to write it as 35%. We're going to go ahead and write it as a decimal. And if you don't know how to write it as a decimal, we're just going to divide that 35 by 100. So what we'll have is, under percent is 0.35. That is what we get after we divide 35 by 100, or you can move the decimal place 2 times to the left of that percent. Okay, so now what is my part? Well, according to the equation, I need to multiply the percent and the whole. As you can see here, we need to multiply it. So we must multiply these two numbers we have right here. The 0.35 times the 15 shall give us 5.25. 5.25, make the decimal here a little bit more clear. So 5.25 is the part. 5.25 is 35% of 15. You can also think about it this way. We can see here a key word or two keywords, is and of. Is always the equal sign. So what is what we're looking for. So we would have the part, which could be a variable, equals to 35%, which is written as 0.35 as a decimal, and the word of is multiplication, and we're multiplying 15. So that's another way you can figure out what the part or the percent and the whole is, by just rewriting it as an equation or an expression here. So this will be our percent and this will be our whole. Let's move on to the second example. 4% of what number is 46? So again, let me write it down here below. 4% is rewritten as 0.04 of some number. So 4%, which we wrote down already, of, we remember to be multiplication, right? Some number of what number, so we can just write n for number, is, and we remember that is the equal symbol, and then 46 over here. So we can see, well, let's write this in blue. We can see and compare to the percent equation. The only one left alone is the part. So we already know that the part is 46. So let me rewrite this equation over here. Percent, which we have here, is multiply. The only two things multiplying in the percent equation is the percent, and the whole is equal to the part. So now we can compare it. The part is the 46, right? So we're going to say 46 is the part. We should write this in red. 46 is the part. The percent is obviously 4% because it's given. And 4% is written as 0.04. We move the decimal place 4 times to the left when it has the percent symbol, or just divide it by 100. And then the whole, well, in order to find the whole, we have to divide the 0.04 in order to isolate the n. So we're going to do 46 divided by 0.04. Let's write it down here. Let me erase this. What we're going to do is divide by 0.04, inverse operation of the multiplication that's going on. 0.04 divided by 0.04 is just 1, so we're just left with 1n. And 46 divided by 0.04 is 1,150. Let me just double check. 46 divided by 0.04. Yep, 1,150. So the whole is 1,150. Or 1,150. Okay, so now again, let's take a look at the third equation. Third equation, we're going to rewrite it again. Y is equal to 0.76 times 43. And we can compare it to the percent equation. We have a part is equal to the percent times the whole. So now we can see a little bit more clear that our whole is the 43. Okay, so the whole is 43. We're going to write that over here. The percent is 0.76. 0 decimal. Let me make the decimal a little clearer here. 0.76. Okay. And the part, well, we just have to multiply the 0.76 times the 43, which is 32. Let me rewrite that. 32.68. Okay. And now let's compare the last equation, the fourth one, to the percent equation. M times 56, okay? And we know that the part, so all the way up here, the part is the only one that's alone. So 14 is the part. And the only two things that are being multiplied is the percent and the whole. We don't have the percent yet, but we do have the whole to be 56. So we're under the whole, we're going to put 56. How do we look for the whole, or the percent, at least in this case? We're going to have to isolate m. In order to isolate m, we're going to need to divide by 56. Divide by 56. So essentially doing the opposite of what's happening. It's being multiplied by 56. In order to get rid of it, we need to divide by 56. And what we do to one side, we do to the other. So 56 divided by 56, well, we're just left with 1m, because 56 divided by 56 is just 1. So 1m, and then we finish here with 14 divided by 56, which is 0.25. So our percent will be 0.25. And that's it. That's how you find the percent, the part, and the whole.